I think it's a great intro.
Thanks for having me, Flex.
When I was born,
Do it for Queens this time.
Come on.
I be Bentley driven and very strategic. RM sleeve, no diamonds are needed. Floors are heated, so be it, so be it.
Come on. We're going to start right there. What's good, y'all? Yours truly here, DJ Knots, tapping in for another Dynamic Edition of Pulse for Pulse podcast. Shout out to the crew. Shout out to the family, for everybody tuning in and wondering where we've been. It's all Will's fault. See, that's what I get.
Okay.
Alongside my partner in crime, the one and only.
It's Will, y'all. Will Thrill, professional shit talk extraordinaire, love of the people, the culture, and everything about it. Europe. What's up, blood?
How you, Black?
All good.
Ah, good to see you, man.
So be it, so be it.
Wait, yeah, I see what you did there. And we have a title. Man, what do you think? First response, because you hadn't heard the song, had you?
No, I heard this record.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once the snippet came out, okay, let me go ahead and search that.
I didn't, but okay, when the first time you heard it, this is the official second single.
I hate to regurgitate what I said about Coke Rap earlier.
It went viral.
Listen, bro, like, this is what I was talking about, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, they're proving my point is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
bro, man, like, I don't care how much we hip hop evolves.
Yeah.
There will always be a place for this.
Without a doubt. You had a lot of people agreeing with you.
Yeah, like there will always be
in
a
the
place for
comments.
this, man.
Yeah,
like
like-
this is a time. That's like if somebody comes out and just makes like some unbelievable trap music, there will always be a place for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Even at this point.
even at this point.
So when we getting drill up out of here. Oh, sorry.
Ooh, wow. Now they coming for your head.
Sorry.
Don't get me started on my issues with drill. And it's not so much the genre music. It's that, like, when New York started to claim it, and I'm like, hey, y'all know that shit don't belong to y'all, right?
Does that matter to New York? Has it ever mattered to New York?
It never has.
It never
But
has.
it's the first time in my lifetime that I feel like we swagger jack something.
You know the funny part? Well, not funny. Interesting part. And then this is me showing my age. You know that line in the Chief Keef song, "We're gonna come to Jersey and shoot it up."
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they were talking to 6ix9ine about that. That's where that came from. I just thought it was always a random bar. Like,
wasn't that a terrible time? When
I was
y'all,
like-
when y'all liked that dude as an artist. Oh my god.
oh man,
That was just a horrible time in music.
yeah, it was interesting. Wait, you talking about Keef or you talking about 6ix9ine?
6ix9ine.
Oh, okay,
Keef is fine.
I just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking, man. But yeah, you know, it's the internet has definitely been interneting the last few weeks
Mm-hmm.
with things going viral. Let's get to it. We can come back to the Father's Day because this is more fun.
Yeah.
This is more fun. Jones versus Jones.
Jones.
Mind you, one of the Joneses didn't even tip his pinky toe into this.
This is him saying this. I'm good. Like, I don't want to talk about this.
Where you want to start? Because you know Jimmy been on a hell of a run.
You know what I like, they went on that show and you with two other
Wait,
artists.
which show? Hold on.
They go with Joe and Jada.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
And, like, there were two other artists. And the wildest part I found about the show is, like, it got to that point, but, like, the whole time, Joe and Jada is really trying to steer this, like,
away from this.
yeah, nah, it's not like that. Jim, nah, fuck that. I'm like, Jim, they're really trying to save you because what you're about to say, they don't believe either, but they don't want to make you look crazy up there because they're your peoples.
Right. And you are a guest.
yeah, like
It's like us inviting
you a
somebody on
guest.
here and we just go crazy.
Yeah, you a guest and we peoples. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, we mess with you, bro.
Yeah.
We good.
Yeah.
But, like, what you're saying is so outlandish
Yeah.
that it's just like, they like, yo, yeah, Jim, nah, it's not necessarily about that. You know what I mean? They dance around and I'm like, yo, tell them the truth.
And Jimmy's like, yeah.
Yo, hey, Jimmy, nobody thinks you're better than Nas.
But that was the thing though. Jones was dancing around it at first. Jimmy
Yeah.
was dancing around it at first. And, you know, doubling, tripling down
Yeah.
at this point about him being the most influential.
Yeah, check my catalog. I was like, they shouldn't check that, Jimmy.
But
What they shouldn't do is that. Stick to the influential. You might you. I don't agree, but at least you got you. That's debatable. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the numbers thing. We can't debate numbers. Like that's
Yeah.
not. Either it's more or it's less. That's it. There's no. There's not an argument there. Influential, you might be able to get a little banter about.
yeah.
Because I get it. Dipset, like, stylistically did change a lot of stuff.
Right.
It definitely did.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can't take that away.
Do you think he's wrong that people don't recognize him for his influence? Not even right now, just overall. Do you think he has a point?
I don't know that that's true because, like, I think Dipset as a whole, bro, like, they was super influential.
But we're not talking about Dipset as a whole. We talking about Jimmy.
But I think I can't talk about Dipset without talking about Jimmy.
Can you?
Dipset, the crew,
Yeah.
Jimmy's in there.
No, I'm not saying.
To me, Jimmy's the second best artist in Dipset.
Artist, rapper.
Catalog. There you go. Second best catalog.
Okay.
In Dipset.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah.
Second best catalog in Dipset behind Cam.
Yeah, top 2, and well, you are too. But
Definitely too.
but that's also because of
the lack of catalog.
The lack of catalog from
Jones.
Jones. Yeah, I mean from Jewels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you think he's a better artist than Jewels? I don't.
What are we basing that off of? Like his ability to rap? That's
yes.
All right.
Everything that makes him artist.
That's the only thing.
Nah, well, not the only thing, but I mean, what other categories? What else would you want in that discussion?
I think influence has to go in there, and I think the success of Jimmy's music has to go in there. Like he has more than one. Like he has some joints.
He does.
Like so, it's like I can't ignore those. I'm like, that Jewels is a better rapper. Jewels is a better rapper, I think.
Okay,
I
do
agree
the same
with that.
thing.
But like the as a whole, like Jimmy's like I'm not gonna shit on Jimmy because he's my second favorite person in fucking Dipset. Period.
There's only 3 people.
Yeah, like he was always my second, and this is when I thought Jewels was coming to be like the guy.
Yeah,
I was like I kind of like Jimmy.
Yeah, we're all still waiting on that.
Yeah,
by the way, Jewels.
Yeah, but I listened to it. Just some names to like it's equivalent to I'm gonna say who's been in the league a long time. And like if
Giannis,
I can't. Giannis is too good.
KD.
I'm trying to think of somebody who's been an all-star, but never. You don't think he's a
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday has been an all-star like twice.
Right.
Pascal Siakam has been an all-star like 2 or 3 times.
Right.
Right. And he goes on and says, "Oh, I'm better than LeBron. You can compare us." And you're gonna be like, "Hey, brother, nah."
So in this scenario, Jimmy is
Drew Holiday.
Drew, okay, or Siakam.
And Nas would be LeBron in this instance. You could be like,
just checking.
Yeah, like
clearing up for the people.
Yeah. And so you would be like, no. Now you good. You got championships. You would have been to All-Star games, but you and him ain't this. Y'all not the same, dog.
Yeah, I think people wanted to create this into a fight. Because when he first came out and he was standing on that influential, because remember this started with the young boy, Eli.
Yeah. The influential was a real conversation.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Like that was debatable. Okay, yeah. Let me hear what you got to say.
But even in that conversation, shout out to y'all by the way, because they my peoples too. Over there, Live Hip Hop Daily and directing the team. You know, the other clip that went viral from that piece was he was saying the young boy said, "Yo, Jim is more influential." And as soon as he said that, the other people on the pod was like, he's not better than us. And he was like, I didn't say that.
That's not what I'm saying.
But it's just, I've been noticing this and more I've been having this conversation, like when he was on, when Jimmy was on with Nightcap, how quick the conversation turned it. But actually that was Jimmy's fault. Because he took that and ran that.
He turned into a Harlem nigga.
Yeah. He's like, well, you want to talk about catalogs?
Yeah.
And Shannon said, no, you ain't about to say that.
Like it was just one of those things, and it didn't help. In the same exact week, Jimmy goes on Summer Jam and bombs.
Oh man, I was gonna lead up to the culmination.
And then we talk about influence. I'm like, yeah, that influence was not visible on that Summer Jam stage.
I watched this whole set,
and those were young boys. That's a young crowd.
Yeah,
we know that because we remember when Redman and Method Man got there last year.
It was like, I ain't doing this no more.
Shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. But I think, I will say this, since you jumped to that point already. I think Summer Jam was a culmination of the last 10 days for Jimmy. Is like, oh, you could jump out the window.
Yeah.
But this thing, the way rubber bands work, it's going to snap back to reality at some point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, this is the point I was going to make. I think a lot of this, of course, is ego-fueled with Jim. But I think a lot of it still goes back to him beefing with Cam again in the last few months. And him still trying to prove himself. You know what I mean? Because remember when Cam completely checked out of the argument or the discussion when Jim was like,
whatever,
yo, let's fight. I bet, you know what I'm saying? And Cam, after Jimmy said that, Cam ain't saying nothing else again after that. He's like, you know what?
I'm good.
Yeah. So I think all of this, what Jim has been on, what he's been saying, and specifically in the last few days, because he went back on Drink Champs again.
Again?
Again.
Yikes.
Again, so it was like I said, it was what's the name of the show? Nightcap. With Ocho and Unc. And then it was also, like you said, the Jim
The Joe and Jada.
and the Jada conversation, and he just keeps on going and going and going. Because at first, he tried to pull it back a little bit, but he's just so far out there. I don't know. So I thought it was the hip hop world balancing itself out when he went on Summer Jam and said, "I'm gonna drop my new single." You know what I'm saying? So everything works out in the end.
Yeah, and it's like I said, the thing of what I dislike about some of the arguments is, again, I am a fan of Jim Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't defend you comparing yourself to that dude, bro. That's not a real thing to me.
Right.
And that's coming from somebody who was an actual fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, the analogy we used earlier with the NBA players, like you being that guy.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that's the one. I was like, yeah, like you are great.
Yeah.
You are not him.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, that's not. Like, bro, Nas is people's number one of all time.
Yeah.
Like,
Jimmy's been trying to sell this thing forever. Like he's been trying to get another verses going.
I was gonna say that's the other thing behind it is a lot of younger cats don't remember, like, this beef is old.
Yeah.
This is some aged beef. Pause. Like this shit dry aged. Like this ain't just he said something about Nas. Like, nah, bro, Jimmy used to call himself the Koofy Smacker.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was talking about Nas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is a thing.
So is Nas right for not saying nothing about this at all?
Say what?
I don't know.
I think in Nas' thing, he's like, well, what am I defending? Nobody thinks. Like, literally nobody thinks he's better than me.
He's trying to bait. I think he's bait all of us.
Bro, the buzz is crazy.
And I was telling people, like, yo, Jimmy won. As much as we argue and beef about Jimmy, well, up into Summer Jam, he was winning.
Yeah, I'm sure the streaming numbers is up right now. They got to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot I said this on Facebook yesterday. I said I was reminded this weekend that some Joneses should not try to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah, just leave it all the way alone, man. Some of the stuff is just like...
You think he's done?
No.
No. Even after the Summer Jam embarrassment? Because that was an embarrassment.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. But like I said, that was more like it should have been great timing, and turned out it was not.
Yeah. Just him looking... You know what it was? When I was watching the clips of him performing on the stage by himself, it reminded me, like, bro, you're not ready for Summer Jam stage by yourself.
No, it's not.
You're not. You're not.
Listen,
and it's not wrong. Well, there's something wrong with that because you think you are.
Yes.
But
I get it. In his mind, it's like, yo, my catalog could do it. You're right. Your catalog probably should be able to allow you to do it.
Yeah.
That don't mean you got that presence on that stage. Listen, man, having a great catalog is one thing. Being able to perform, MC stands for move the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Like as Jim has a successful catalog and a really good one in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody views Jim as an MC. To me,
nah.
I don't think you know what I mean. And I don't want to bring up other names, but like,
sure, go ahead.
You start rolling everybody. Like there are plenty of cats in hip hop who've had great careers, and I don't consider them like lyrical geniuses or great MCs. I just think they're like, yo, that dude's a really good artist. I like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's
98% of hip hop is like that.
Yeah. So like when I see him bomb, I'm like, I think that has more to do with the love for Nas. Like I think people seeing him like, yo, you released that wild shit about Nas. You truly believe that?
I don't think that's why.
I'm telling you that got something to do with it.
I'm not saying
because I seen people in the crowd like viewing video of themselves like hey, bro, nobody. Like, I'm sorry,
but I don't think Nas has anything to do with that. I don't think their love for Nas is why they didn't react to Jim. I just think Jim did not connect with the crowd at all. That's what I think. You know what I mean? Like, had none of these comparisons been happening that he had done, and he had got selected to go on Summer Jam, I think it would have been the same reaction.
I just think it would. Cats like that, bring out the special guests early. Like, you know what I mean? play your newer records. You know what I mean? Get the Harlem record off and
do the Dipset medley.
Yeah. The Dipset medley goes nuts. So but the problem is, all you can do is your verses, and on them Dipset records, they don't necessarily be your verses. That'd be the firest one.
Facts. But I mean, like you said, yeah.
Like, if I can't get Today's a New Day, got the Pooh-Day up in the suitcase, like that's what we want to hear when that come on.
Right.
We don't want to skip to Jimmy's verse. Like,
yeah. Why didn't he have Jewels up there with him?
That was still your man's.
Yeah, that's interesting. But like I said, that's part of the ego part. I think that definitely played out. So,
and then like what didn't help either is they find him going back and forth with Flex. That just makes you look like
That was crazy.
yeah. That was
That looked like that was real open mic-ish.
yeah. That don't look good at all.
But I mean, it was crazy because Flex tried to throw on "We Fly High" out of nowhere, and Jim was like, "Nah, we're not doing that." And I was like, "You're right. Don't let him play you like that." But you kind of played yourself already.
like yeah, like he's telling you like, "Yo, fam, it's not working."
It ain't working.
See, like and from what we can see, I feel like Flex wasn't doing the chump off move. He was like, "Yo, Jim, it's like
And this ain't it.
like it ain't flying, Doc."
Yeah, because he hasn't probably been on the stage with that much attention since the verses.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
burn
people got to
down.
remember. You got to remember the verses was you were surrounded with people who came up with you who are fans of Dipset and the Locks. So they're going to, know the words. You're performing, like you said to Memphis comment last year, this crowd, even though they know you, they don't know your music like
Method
that.
Man's a lawyer from Power to them kids in that crowd.
That's it.
Respectfully.
Yo, you know, so side note, because I think we're done with Jim. Well, not done with Jim. No shot there. But I was thinking about Meth because I was watching not Harlem. What's the show with
Godfather in Harlem.
Godfather in Harlem, right? And Meth was in this season again. And I was like, yo, Meth gets murked in 90% of the movies and shows that because look, he died in The Wire. You know what I'm saying? Got shot, got killed in Godfather in Harlem. I know that if y'all haven't seen it, my bad.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Oops. If you haven't seen The Wire, that's on you. We're not.
What was it? It was two other ones where he played the same henchman type thing.
Belly? Did he die in Belly?
Yeah, he got shot in Belly.
Yeah.
Yep, he got killed in Belly. I gotta tell you stuff about that later too.
The sauciest nigga in Nebraska.
Yeah, so the only one acting, the only other show that he's still alive
He
on.
say you bad it.
Listen, is you about it, fool?
So good.
Yeah. And Power's the only one he's still alive in. But I was like, yo, why does Meth keep getting killed in all these damn movies and TV shows? But Meth's still doing this thing.
The other thing I thought about too is you see when Meth does the Wu-Tang tour,
Yeah.
it goes crazy.
Yeah.
Because that crowd is for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm more saying about Jimmy. Jimmy's fucking 50.
48. Go ahead. What's your voice?
All right. A couple of birthdays away.
Yeah.
But like, yo, fam, like, yeah, the odds of you being 48 and your crowd, your target audience being 17,
Not likely. Not likely.
It's I don't want to say impossible because there's somebody out there that's that age that has that crowd, but
Yeah.
like that's so rare.
It's very rare.
Like Jay is considered one of the GOATs, and his target audience ain't necessarily 17 through 23.
Nah, that's why they hate when we bring them up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, here y'all go with Jay-Z.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So a cat who's not necessarily on that level,
Yeah.
of course they're
Not
not feeling
necessarily.
This,
It's
bro.
hilarious.
I'm trying to be nice. Knots, I've been working on this, Knots. You said I'd be crucifying people up here. I'll be killing them. So I'm trying to be in the new year, new me.
Yeah.
Trying to be more like
But it's very generous
respectful of their craft.
of you. Oh,
You
man.
know what I mean? I'm not trying to shit on nobody.
Yeah, right.
Like, at least not now.
Not at this moment. All right, so Jim went from having the best week ever to having an interesting week.
Interesting. They got interesting real fast, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, what else we got? Oh, so yeah, Father's Day passed. Let's talk about that. How was yours?
It was cool, man. I got to, more than anything, you just want to be around your babies.
Right.
That's all you want, man. And still nasty for me because my dad not being here. So
Right.
that part of it sucks. And salute to everybody who has to deal with that because that ain't nothing nice.
Right.
And I was cool, man. I got up that morning, and it really messed me up because like a couple of days before that's my mom's birthday. So it's
Right.
just like this whole time is just a time.
Time frame is just
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
so as Father's Day, I'm good. Like, get up. My kids bring me breakfast. I eat the breakfast. You know what I mean? In bed. And I was like, all right, I appreciate that. This is cool.
Yeah.
Sitting there, my daughter gives me a card.
Mm-hmm.
I start reading the card.
Waterworks.
Start thinking about my dad
Yeah.
like a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
For about 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I was just going.
Yeah.
I'm talking about nonstop. Couldn't snot all over. Just
Yeah.
boo-hooing bad. I mean, luckily she wasn't there. She's like, I don't want to be here when you read it, so I'm going to give it to you the card. Thank
Aw.
God she did that. Because I lost it.
Yeah.
I mean, bad. But, man, I think, like I said, I read the card and she's just going through stuff. I appreciate you, Dad. You're the best. And I'm like, stuff like that. I'm just like, I'm almost feel like I'm talking to my dad because, like I said, like around the time before he passed, I just remember like having these conversations. Like, I know I've told you a bunch of times, Dad, but like, man, just thank you so much for like you never like you did your job.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, and as you become older, as being a father, you start to understand the difficulty of this job. You know what I mean? You get to the age now till you understand, like, damn, I'm the same age as my father was going through some of this stuff. And I know the struggles that I have with it. You know what I mean? With my mental health, with me getting through problems that I have. It doesn't change. He had the same exact task ahead of him. You know what I mean? But, like, he had to do that and still make sure, hey, I'm going to make sure my kids are taken care of. I'm going to make sure I still got extra for them. I'm going to make sure they ain't never have a bad Christmas. I'm going to make sure they ain't never hungry. I'm going to make sure they take, like all of those things on top of doing everything that you're dealing with yourself at that age. Yeah. Like, and you don't understand that until you get that age. True. That's the thing. Like, anybody can tell you that story. But, like, you don't know what it's like being 45 until you're 45. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't understand these things. You don't understand the hurdles. You think you got... Listen, when you were a kid, you think your parents are super people. Like, they superheroes.
They supposed
you know
to.
What I mean?
This just happens.
You know what I mean? Oh, they got everything figured out. It's not till you get older you realize, damn, like, they were doing this on the fly.
Right.
Like, this, they didn't have it all together.
Right.
And so my level of appreciation for it is just... I mean, I can't say enough words. Just through the roof for it. Like, just... And the fact that you didn't give up on it. Right. Because, man... Listen here, and anybody living this life, man, and going through this, like you know, like sometimes you in this thing and you like I'm at my end of my wits, man. Like I don't even know what the next move is. I don't know how to play this, and I still want to make sure I'm the best possible father I can be in this situation because my kids need me. You know what I mean? So just hearing the words from my daughter, you know what I mean? My son walking up and giving me the hug, like. And you know he at that age where like that ain't his favorite thing to do. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but like just I mean that part and then reflecting on my dad and like man, it just made it extra special for me.
That's what's up, yo. That's beautiful. What they made for breakfast?
With the assistance of their sweet TT Stacy, it was French toast, eggs, bacon, and some fruit.
Oh wow.
Not no pork bacon neither.
Turkey.
Wow. Might have been some beef. Might have been beef bacon.
I forgot beef bacon was even a thing.
Delicious. They say, and I have to take their opinion because I do not know what pork bacon tastes like. They say, like, consistency-wise, it's closer.
Than turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon. I can look at it and tell it's not the same thing. It's not. I was like, I know these don't. I like turkey bacon, but I know these don't taste the same. I can look at it. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, there's no way these are the same thing.
I mean, you know, now that's a full menu right there. You know what I mean?
So, yeah.
That's
how I spent my Father's Day. Just hung out with the kids all day. Watch some movies, chilled in the crib. Nothing. Just that's what I like to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm telling people, like, what you want to do with the kids? First of all, my kids don't want to do nothing. They don't want to leave the house. So when we go outside, that's because I forced them to go do something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I know y'all heard me say that before, but, like, that's the fact. So my thing is, like, man, hey, what you want to watch? Let's find something to stream. Let's sit here and just, I enjoy my time with them.
And chill.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's about.
Because it goes too quick. It really does. It really does.
I told you I blink and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
This your second year of high school? How we get here?
Already.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, man. You know you're going to blink again and it's just like graduation.
Yep. I need some money for prom.
Yeah, like, oh, wait, huh? Let me borrow your car. Huh?
Rent me a car. That's what's going to be.
Rent me a car.
These kids today, boy. Woo.
I'm trying to go to Cancun for spring break. What? You trying to do who?
Yeah, exactly.
With who?
Exactly. I didn't say that.
My friends.
Yeah. That was wild. First time my daughter went on a cruise that she completely planned her birthday last year with her friends. And I was like, so you got all this done? And like, yeah. And I was like, geez. You know, so. Because we went on a cruise when she was younger with Girl Scouts. So that was fun. So just hearing her talk about it now, like, yep, this is what we're doing for our birthday. Boom, boom, boom. We already set this up. We're driving down to Florida. Da, da, da. I was like, oh, so you don't need nothing? Nope. Okay. Just another preparation for you.
Oh, yeah. I know it, bro. That's those moments are crazy.
Yeah.
So you want to enjoy them all.
As many as possible. So, we got to hang out on Father's Day, too. Cool. We went to Father's Day cookout. Dope Dad's cookout out there in Gwinnett. Shout out to Tone, Polo, and the whole team. That was good to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. But yeah, it was like generations of fathers and things like that.
That's fire.
You know what I mean? Brought the system out. J&M, shout out to him. Was spinning. A few other people too. Ran into my cousin Key West. So yeah, it was just real cool, enjoyable. You know, we just hanging out. You know, next year if I go, I probably will go. I'm gonna get because they had the tents out there and everything. So you know me, I just pull up to. You know what I'm saying?
I need a tent out here.
Yeah. I mean, we had the overhead thing, the cover and everything was good. So the pavilion.
Yeah.
But you know, other people had tents and everything. It was a whole vibe. And then I saw the picture after we took all the fathers together. I was like, damn,
That's hard.
there's a lot of fathers.
out there.
So I think this is like maybe the 6th or 7th year.
It's been a couple years running.
Yeah. Because my last time actually making it was when it was at Piedmont. Bro. Yeah. So
I think it's grown.
Yeah. So they did a great job, man.
And I didn't realize how much it's grown. I seen the footage, but then when I seen, like I said, y'all took all the fathers, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's a lot. I told Tom, I was like, yo, next year you're gonna have to get the drone out for this picture.
Yeah, somebody had to stand on something to take that one.
Exactly. So yeah, next year I'm gonna have a tent. You know what I mean? You know, Lord willing, I'll be off again and can enjoy it.
Enjoy it. That's dope.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Father's Day, man. You know, I actually made it. Responded to everybody who sent me happy Father's Day wishes. You know what was messing me up?
What's that?
Man, in a good way. Shout out to y'all, to my friends, family, who were like sending me these true, meaningful messages on Father's Day, and it's just like, you know, it was just like, man, what y'all doing to me? You know what I'm saying?
Trying to get me. I sent them out. I mean, we got a group text with all our brothers in it, and I just, man, like I told them, I was like, hey, I just like the example y'all set. You know what I mean? I get to be around other fathers. Like it not only inspires you, bro. It drives you because they're gonna hold you accountable. Like, hey, man, you're not gonna be able to move like that.
Right.
Like that. That's not what your job is.
Right.
That's not what your calling is, and I know you know better than that. I'm not gonna let you be like that.
Yeah.
Like, do better. You know what I mean? Like, and people laugh when I say like, yo, the problem is like people don't get judged. Like we need to bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, it never left for me.
Oh yeah,
so,
but I'm saying like, hey, we
as a whole,
somebody got it. Somebody need to judge you sometimes, bro. Like, hey, bro, that's not you, man.
Criticism is necessary in every art form and industry, and fatherhood is, for lack of, not even like a better term, it is a special kind of art form.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Nah, you better than that.
I kind of enjoy it a little bit too much.
Well, it's because you kind of, but that's not.
Yes, man.
I was like, but like, yo, man, when I said it to all of y'all, I was like, yo, man, I appreciate it. Like, like, thank y'all for being that example. Thank y'all for holding everybody accountable. Like it's needed. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because without that, like, bro, you just everybody falls short sometimes, bro. Everybody do. So you need somebody, and not only somebody. When it's coming from somebody I know love me. Yeah. And has my best, and like it's gonna be like, hey, I ain't saying it because I want something from you. I want to make you feel bad. Yeah. I give a damn about you. Yeah. You know what I mean? This ain't I ain't doing this for no clicks. I'm not posting this on the internet. Like, I'm doing all this shit because I give a true damn about what happens to you. Right. And the type of father you are. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, so for that, like, I'm forever grateful. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the other importance, like keeping the right and people around you, man. Yeah. Yeah. So be it. Keeping it right, bro. I got another friend of mine who is an awesome dad. Like, but we just talk about it. I was like, yo, like we can't be friends. Yeah. If you a trash dad, I'm not gonna be able to hang out with you and be cool. Yeah. Like, yo, hey, F them kids is funny when you really take care of your children. If you don't and you say that, it's totally different. Dog. It's totally different. I'm looking at you like, hey fam, nah. Nah, you can't get that off. Yeah, nah, Holmes. Not at all. It's a funny joke when you really take care of your kids. When you don't, hey, scumbag. It's not for you. You can't say that. It's not for you. It's not for you. You got to fix your situation. Yeah, for real. What you going? Hey, what's the plan here? Yeah. What you about to do? And if it ain't enough, I'm like, nah, you can do more than that. Nah, that's it? Nah, you need more. That ain't gonna be enough. What else you got? Yeah. I mean, that's cool, but yeah, let's brainstorm a little bit. What else? What else we got on the docket? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to really. But if you don't, just think not. A lot of people don't got that circle to give them that. Yeah. Like, a lot of brothers do not have that, man. Yeah. Or never seen what it looked like. Like, that's the other importance, because not everybody has seen what that looks like. What that father looks like. So to have other grown men that you respect around you, to get that, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. Like, damn, that's what that's supposed to look like. And me, look, shit, I'm on the back end. Pause. Like, I got the younger. Well, Q has younger kids than me, right? And Face definitely got younger kids than me. Well, what did you say? But like, I'm like just like you get to see it from all the levels. Right. I could look at Mom, and Mom got a 30-year-old kid. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I could be like, okay, Got it. You know what I mean? I look at you. All right. Nas daughter's fresh out of college. All right, cool. All right, now that's a whole other level. So I'm just going down the line of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like and because we've been together so long, all of us, like I got to see it from little to go all the way up to these ages. You know what I mean? So I got an understanding. And when I don't, y'all gonna be like, hey, I remember when this was this. I'll come in here and not say, hey, I remember my daughter was this age and blah blah blah. I'll be like,
Yeah.
noted.
Yeah.
Got it.
This may happen.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Just a heads up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and like, it's so invaluable, bro. It's just something that you can't, ain't no price tag. And so when I show my appreciation to my brothers, man, I guess super genuine. And it's not I ain't putting it in the text just to put it in there. I love y'all.
Right.
And like, I can't get that from nowhere else.
Not at all, bro. Well said, man. That's how you talk about. Oops, one more. Father's Day 2025. I was trying to find. Because I also wanted to shout out homie AJ. She started her nonprofit. Not started, but she had an event down on the south side, and it is in Clayton County. So she's putting together a whole lot of programming. So she was meeting with the people in the community, and it just reminded me because it was me, and I couldn't even stay the entire time because I had another event to go DJ at. And it was like, I think it was 2 other fathers, and the rest was all women, right? So they were finding out, taking information from the people, like, what do you think the community needs? What kind of support you guys need? And it was just, I was sitting there listening. I did more listening than talking, but just hearing other people say how it was affecting their kids and what they have tried and where their frustrations are. And I was like, man, we really need some more fathers in this room. You know what I mean? To speak for us. So the moms, of course, they were doing a great job, right? You know, the kids, they were giving a lot of like real feedback and things like that. So I wanted to shout them out. AJ Battle Foundation, going to be doing a lot of work in Clayton County area. So I just wanted to shout her out. But yeah. More good stuff, man. More contributions and more of sharing. What else we got?
All right.
You about to play something?
Absolutely not. Just give me the option to go left or right on this.
I don't feel like talking about either one else. Well, no, because we wanted to play what Woody was saying. Since we on
the father tip on
personalization part of it, some shelf life.
So this is what's his show? What's his name on the show? Because I know they ain't gonna know him as they're not gonna know him necessarily as as Woody the Great. I don't think. I didn't know him as that. When you said it, let me tell you, when you first said Woody, my first thought was my Ace.
Yeah,
that was my very first thought. I said Ace is on a Cam show. Why are you on there?
Woody McClain is his full name. Woody the Great. Y'all know him as, what is his name on Power?
The bad guy on Kanan.
He always getting shaked.
No, I mean on Power.
Yeah.
Why am I saying Kanan?
Because
Yeah. It's all the same thing. It's all Power. You know what I mean? Like, so he's known as the bad guy, but like
Tahada.
Yeah,
I got
that's the last name. I can't think of his first name for them.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, like we know him as that. But like he had a conversation. And I'll play a snippet of it. But it was more like he was talking about how when he was in acting school early on in his acting career. And they did a drill in the class where like you turn your back to the other acting students. And they say, well, what do you perceive him as? And he said, and the crowd was screaming out, he's a thug, he's a bad boy, he's this bad guy, whatever, right? So, and they say, like, turn yourself around now. And he turns himself around and gives him a bird and say, hey, I'm Woody.
Kane, that's his name. Sorry.
Kane, yeah. I'm Woody, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then they start laughing at him, right? And he turns back around and they say, well, now what your perception is? Oh, he's a nice guy. He's a good guy.
That's what it was.
Like, you know what I mean? And it begged the question, and he got emotional during the interview and was just like, basically like, yo, fam, like I don't want to be known as that.
Right.
Like I don't want to be viewed as that. I don't want me to walk in a room, whether I'm acting or not.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be walking in a room and that's the first thing you think of when you see me. You know what I mean? And like it just made me think about, you know, I sometimes always say I don't give a damn what people think about me. And I think for the most part that's probably pretty accurate for me. But I get it. I don't want to be viewed as no evil person or no bad guy, nothing like that. That's not why I say that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and like he genuinely had to walk off the set because he got filled up. Pause. Like, and
that was crazy.
Yeah. Thank God I caught that before you. Also pause. Like he had to walk off the stage, man.
You want me to play the clip? Because I
Sure.
mean, all right, yeah, jeez.
Have you acknowledged that emotion as real or fake?
I mean,
It's
all
always
right.
real.
When you
I got it.
Oh,
tap into an emotion, have you acknowledged that emotion as real or fake?
It's always real. I'm always looking to tell the truth. Like, how close can I get to the truth? You know what I mean? That's like every role I take, every opportunity I get, I'm just trying to tell the truth. I'm not really acting no more when I'm on screen. I'm telling the truth. You know, and I feel like in my position too, it can, I don't know, man. I get asked a lot about being put in a box. Like, you feel like you're gonna get put in a box? And for me, I feel like I play different. I feel like I play different characters, but for some reason, I feel like everybody sees me as one thing, you know, and I don't know how to feel about it. Cause I mean, even when my first acting class I took in LA, they had this exercise where it's the first day of class, and you have all these actors in there, and then she sit a chair in the front of the room, boom, and she said, "All right, you come here, sit right here. This is me. I'm sitting in the chair, back towards the whole crowd. All right, y'all. I want y'all to tell this guy what y'all see him as." So I'm sitting in the chair. Everybody's saying, "Bad boy, the thug, the killer." I'm hearing this stuff. They don't know me. You know what I mean? I'm hearing this stuff. And she's like, "All right, stop." She's like, "All right, turn around, introduce yourself." So I turn around. I'm like,
Which one of y'all niggas trying me?
I'm like, "Woody, nice to meet y'all." Everybody's laughing. Turn back around. "All right, what y'all see him as?" "Oh, he's the nice guy. He's the sweet guy. He's the da-da-da-da." But that moment made me realize people judge you before you even talk, before you even say something. You know what I mean? So before I was just picking any kind of role because I just wanted to act. But now moving forward in my career, it's like I want to be very strategic of what I pick because I don't want everybody to keep perceiving me as this bad person because I'm...
Yeah, that's where he got filled up, and you're gonna hear him walk off.
you gonna say filled up again? Okay.
I wasn't.
Why is Amazon?
Make mistakes one time, sir.
Yeah, you just. It's like, oh, are you gonna double down on that?
We make mistakes one time.
But to me, I'm glad it was so much vulnerability he showed in that moment, even though it was unexpected, right?
Right.
Like you said, he got overwhelmed with emotion. But the second thought I had is like, this is what all black people go through.
Man.
A majority of black people go through being prejudged, right? And a lot of it is how media does it. But I think when people do it in a certain arena of your profession, and it's like, man, we work so hard just so we don't get pigeonholed.
Right.
And before I even have a chance to say anything, this is the first thing you think of.
I'm in the acting
So
class.
it's already
No,
messed up
it's-
because of
it's-
how the public does it,
It's
right?
predetermined. You already
So
know.
what do we do with that? Not just for him to having that realization, but what do we do with that as individuals? Or is there anything we can do about it?
I'm about to say, you looking for a solution to the problem, or
Do you know me?
like the solution to the problem is be your best self, bro. Like it's not necessarily. Listen, I'm not in this thing to change narratives. I mean, if all of that happens, I think that'll be awesome.
Right.
But what's important to me is like to be who I say I am. Like the authenticity. We always talk about that. The authenticity in me, doing what I believe is the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Not because it's the easiest way. And that doesn't mean that it's going to be perfection, bro. You're going to slip and fall. It's a matter of getting back up and then, all right, I you know something, I gaffed that up. I was dead wrong.
Right.
What I got punished of, whatever the situation is, like I did that wrong. How can I fix it? How can I be a better person today than I was yesterday? You know what I mean? And just that's the constant mission, and that's what it is for me on a daily. Like I wake up like, yo, man, like I gotta make sure everything I say I am. Like it's ultra important. I had this conversation with my son. It's just like, hey, whatever you like, that's where your perception is gonna come from. You know what I mean? Like when people first see you, son, you gonna pull up, you gonna have a suit on and all of that. Oh, he must go to a good school. Right. That's gonna be the knock. But if you open your mouth and the first thing you say is just some wild, ignorant nut. Oh, okay, that was a front.
I'm better than Nas.
Yeah. Yeah. Say something ignorant like that. Like they perception off the rip is gonna be like, okay, so nah, you just going there. You ain't really doing nothing.
So
you know what I mean? Like so it's it's whatever I say I am. I got to be that. If I not just talking about fatherhood. If I say I'm going to be a good father, I can't be absentee.
Right.
I can't not show up. I can't support my kids emotionally, financially. I can't not do those things.
Right.
If I'm saying that's the most important thing to me. I can't put myself first and not my kids first. If I say the most important thing to me is being a father, like so, I gotta be onto those things. You know what I mean? Like so, like I say perception don't matter to me.
I was about to ask that again, but go ahead.
And
This concert.
it's important that I am who I say I am. You know what I mean? That is very important to me.
Gotcha.
Like so, if that's part of my perception, I guess, or somebody else's perception of me, then in that case, then yes, it is important to me.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, in that case, it is. But like people who dislike me, that's more the part when I say I don't give a damn about that, bro. 9 times out of 10, Knots, if somebody don't like you, it's some preconceived notion they got, or what they thought about you, or somebody said about you.
Right.
It may not necessarily be true.
Yeah.
It may be something somebody else has said about you, and you looking at them like, yeah, I don't know what you was expecting from me. Like, but that's not.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Okay, in this particular instance, it says something you truly, truly care about. Like, we talking about fatherhood and things like that. And people have a negative, preconceived notion of black fathers are absent, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? We've all been working together to prove it wrong. And we know it's not true.
It's not.
Right? So, and when it's something you care about, let's like if somebody says, Knots only plays rap. And, I'm very passionate about DJing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is there anything that we can do to not change that? Well, yeah, because I'm really asking about changing somebody's mind before they even interact with you.
And the only thing you can do is stick to what you know you are.
Okay.
Like, and hey, they still may not see it.
Right.
And you got to be all right with that.
So, true. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Are you good?
I was going to ask, so knowing that's how we get looked at, do you find yourself doing that to other people? Perfect example. Well,
Yeah.
a example.
Yeah.
Cop pulls you over.
Oh.
White cop, goatee, looks like hillbilly.
Yeah. Shout out to I ain't gonna do it. I don't let him. I'm gonna do somebody's name out there.
So, we all know cops like
Yeah.
that, right? So, is there any way that you can be more mindful about the preconceived perception about other people?
I'm just gonna carry myself how I carry myself. Like I'm gonna give. I tell people I had a conversation with a coworker like literally on the way here, saying like the reason I give so much respect and I'm over the top with it. Oh, please, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey man, I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Like the reason I'm always like that is not because I want somebody to give it back to me. It's because I demand it in return.
Say more.
The reason I'm gonna go and be extra nice and be extra respectful is because I'm not gonna leave it an option for you to respect me. I'm gonna make it so like you won't feel like an a-hole if you don't show me that same level of respect.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And,
I got you.
And I'm gonna stand on it. And if you try to disrespect me, I'm gonna let you know, hey, brother, hey, sir, we're not doing that.
Right.
We're not doing that.
I've seen you do this.
Yeah, nah, we're not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going for it.
Got you.
But I'm not asking for something I ain't giving out.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So like when that cop pulls me over, he might try to start off like that.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, how you doing today, officer? Good. I stopped you because you're this. All right, understood. What do you need from me? License registration. Do you mind if I get it out of my pocket? Like I'm. Listen, bro, you're not gonna be able
Get
to
out of the car. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
You're not gonna be able to all that tough guy me. Like I'm not.
You're gonna disarm them.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Got you.
But like I said, I'm not leading with the what the fuck you stopped me for.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And that might be in my head like,
Yeah.
oh, that was for no damn reason. But let's see where we at.
Let's hear you out.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how I approach all of these things. So good, you might have a perception of me. You might pull over a black man. I might be driving a dope boy car.
All facts.
Yeah, I do all those things. You know what I mean? Like, but that's not who I am. You know what I mean? But I get it. Your perception of you see a Dodge Charger blacked out tint, I might have been speeding. You know what I mean? You might your first thought is dope boy.
Yeah. What you got in the trunk? Facts.
A tire.
Yeah.
Need another one.
I was just curious because now AI is suggesting anything. So I typed in, to change how someone perceives you, focus on demonstrating new behaviors, actively listening to their feedback and being genuine in your interactions. It's not about forcing a change, but rather creating a new positive impression by aligning your actions with the perception you want to cultivate. Because that, to me, sounds like...
Oh, your actions got to match them.
Yeah, your actions got to match it, but it sounds like you're trying to cop to, no pun intended, you're cop to making sure that you put your best foot forward. But once again, this is all after...
Right, after the fact.
After the first impression, after the first interaction.
But that's why I said it's more important just to carry yourself the same way. Now, I've watched Knots a million times walk into places when he's on his professional DJ shit, trying to either network or align himself for a gig. It's gonna be the same exact way every single time, whether he in a good mood or a bad mood. Hey, how you doing? It's DJ Knots. How you doing, man? Yeah. Man, really nice venue you got here. I like what's going on, man. I'd love to talk to you about how I could possibly work together and get this. But I'm like, and I watch it. I'm like, there you go. Because that impression and so no matter what they have ever heard about you, if they have never heard you spin, they first thought is gonna be like, oh, he professional.
Yeah. Got to do it.
Yeah, he ain't come over here on some like, hey, what's up, my nigga? And he's not doing none of that. And hell, I seen him do it to people he already know. Yeah. And we'll still have that same approach because...
Oh, you won't get this work.
Yeah, like I'm not... If y'all think I'm here to play around with y'all... God damn it, I'm not. But that's how you give it off, bro. Like so now in the back of that person's mind, their perception of Knots, whether it's right, wrong, and different. I know that it's right, but whether it's right, wrong, and different, their perception of Knots is gonna be, if nothing else, I know he's gonna be professional.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard him spend a day in my life. But I know he's gonna be professional.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good example. What was I gonna say? Yeah, because like I said, when you at work and it's your job and people with the internet, they can assume so many things. You know what I mean? So it's just easier to go into that kind of mindset. So it's just interesting. Hey, I said that. Anything else you want to add about that?
Hey, change is a good thing. It's not always bad, but I don't want you to, how can I say this word? You cannot fake it. Like, so if you're looking for self-growth to change you're doing that for you. Yeah. And like, and if that changes your perception in the process, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
But that don't mean you're doing the wrong thing, y'all. Like, you're trying to be a better version of yourself.
If that's what they're doing.
If
that's what they're doing.
If that is what you're doing.
Because, it takes a lot of work. A lot of people don't.
Oh, it ain't nothing nice.
Listen.
Hey, dog, I started working out again, and like, oh, man, don't you like when I said, no, I don't. I don't like it at all.
Working out is great,
but I do understand. Like, this is what's necessary,
right?
And like, so, it's not always easy, bro. Like me, I struggle with not cursing.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah. but like, there's times where I'm like, I'll catch myself before I do it, and I'll try to fix it.
That's a fact.
It don't always happen. It does not. And more often than not, if I'm being honest, I still curse too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I told my girl, I was like, yo, when you see it, just call it out. You said F like 6 times just now. I was like, no, I didn't know that.
Oh, you really didn't notice?
No, I was like, but thank you.
Yeah.
Like, because the more you point it out to me, the more I'm going to become self-conscious about it. And if I say I really want to improve it, then I gotta take the criticism.
Gotcha. I thought you was about to go somewhere else with that, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
I gotta take the criticism.
Yeah.
Like, do I like it? No.
Right.
Who the hell want to be wrong? I don't. You know what I mean? So when I hear it, I'm like, no, you're right. I did say that.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let me work on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can see it in myself getting better. Is it all the way there? No, but you got to consider where I started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, every other word is a curse word. You know what I mean?
Listen.
So it's like, it's the baby steps, bro. It ain't gonna happen overnight. I ain't just gonna turn on the dude that just don't curse like all right, it's good now. I'll never curse again.
Yeah, it's practice, it's training,
You know
it's
what I mean?
getting those reps in. You know what I mean?
Because I'm saying that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want no perception of me of the people that just think, oh, he just curse. Oh, he all he do is curse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I want to change that. So I'm going to do something about it. So I ask for help. Hey, you see that? Point it out to me. You know what I mean? Like, so it's those perception things, man. If it's important to you, like, it can be done.
Yeah.
And take advantage of the people around you. Like, this, hey, help me. Hey, I told my daughter, hey, if you see me eating something crazy,
slap it out your hand.
Don't do that. You my kid. Right? Like, don't do that. But like, hey, and she'll like, and now she won't say nothing. She'll look at me. I'll be like,
I already know.
You're right.
I already
You're right.
I already know.
But like, hey, man, if you need that, then you need it.
I wonder why more people didn't get killed. It was really amazing that. Remember that was a game slapping food out of somebody's hand? It's really lucky that.
I done seen people get they shit knocked off. You had to be friends in order to play
And
that
even
game.
then, you testing our friendship.
yeah.
In that moment, it's
Oh,
like,
yes. And then but you looking for it. If you know what it's some type of friends.
yeah.
You should know better. Why even?
You know, just the feeling, it's still traumatic.
Bro, oh, yeah.
Post-traumatic stress. When you have food in your hands and somebody,
Foul.
and it's just going that quick.
Bro, we used to buy Chinese food. I wouldn't even open mine up. I was like, nah, I'm gonna get home. I'm not playing with y'all. If y'all knock this whole thing of Chinese rice out of my hand with these wings, this is my last $4. Like, you know, all the time, I'm gonna have to really fight you, bro. I'm not playing.
I don't know where that came from, but that was just.
What a dumb game.
Of all the games.
Of all the games. Hey, let's play waste this food, and we all living below. We all living below middle class. Let's waste some food.
Meal. What did it?
What a time.
So be it. I just had flashbacks to that, man.
Just,
me doing it to other people and getting it done to myself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And then because you don't got some, you be like, oh man. You want to be tight, but you're like, yes, I got it.
I kind of.
I was owed that.
I deserve that. Yeah. It's like, oh man.
Y'all tell me this time for real.
Yeah.
So
I ain't playing with y'all, man. I ain't playing with y'all. Anyway.
until you see him again, I'm gonna get you last.
Horrible game. Yeah, don't do that.
Just
Yeah, that's
terrible.
horrible game.
Like we had. This is what we came up with, y'all.
Oh man.
You know,
because you know what I thought was one of the crazy games these kids been playing. Well, younger people, but the pool noodle thing where they hitting each other in the back of the head with it. You remember?
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
We used to give like gills and all kind of shit, all kind of foolishness. What a time.
What a time to
What
be
a
alive.
time.
Oh man. What you got going on this weekend? We're in between holidays, so after
between
June,
holidays.
yeah, after Juneteenth, after Father's
Day,
Day, and then July.
Right, July is the next weekend. I'm chilling this week, man. I'm not.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm open to all kind of things. I'm just playing. I'm not. No, man, I haven't really spent time with my significant other in like weeks. If I'm being honest,
I mean,
just because life be life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so.
I'll just play it, y'all.
Plan on
I'll just play it.
hanging out with her for a little bit.
Okay, that's a good idea. Probably a good idea.
Seems like it might be important.
Yeah, you know, if that's what you want to do with your life.
I'm getting ready for her birthday. Her birthday coming up.
Word. That's what's up. You made plans already?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
I did.
I think that's absolutely not.
Absolutely. We're going out of town.
Surprise? Oh, you already told her?
Oh, she knows.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Going out of town.
That's what's up. All right. So you claim you're chilling. But what do I got going?
Yeah, exactly. Totally not. Where you at?
What I got? Yeah, exactly. Thursday back at Burn Lounge, ladies' night. This weekend in Atlanta is Hip Hop Congress. If you're here in Atlanta, follow at HHCATL. They're putting together, or they are putting on a hip hop conference, covering a dynamic range of hip hop topics. So I'll be attending a couple days for that. That's starting. I want to say Friday and going all the way through Sunday. This Thursday is also a Dresden Beatnik's funeral. I'm expecting an overpouring and showing out of love. That's this Thursday at 11 a.m. The repast I just found out, if you're not able to go to the funeral is going to be at 2 p.m. at Black Wall Street in Stonecrest. So that's going on. Like I said, the hip hop conference is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm doing something else. Oh, I'm wilding. Georgia Spartans reunion. Shout out Jarrell and the team. That's going on this Saturday at Exchange Park, 4 to 7 p.m. I'll be out there with some Hip Hop Gets Back gear. I'm not DJing this one, so it'll be a good time to come out, chop it up with me. We'll have time to talk. They doing poetry. Mike D's doing some more poetry at that event. Whole lot of vendors. Some really dope performers. Oh, the homie Decepticon, he's DJing that. So if you want some Hip Hop Gets Back gear, you know, it's re-up time, because I'm sure if you bought a hoodie in the last year or two, somebody probably took it. I'll be hearing all the stories.
Guarantee.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll have some hoodies and T-shirts on hand, so that'll be a good time to do it. I may even do a sale, but let me not get myself in trouble. I'll have some deals on hand. Yeah, you did say that. That's going on Saturday. And Saturday night doing the TikTok meetup. Well, the homie Dana, I think she got some more tickets for that as well. That's going to be a private thing where, you know, a lot of TikTokers or creators are building, and different ways to get your numbers up. So
Oh,
I'll be
nice.
attending that Saturday night. What else? Yeah, that's Friday and Saturday. Sunday, I'm forgetting something. But anyway, those are the two big things. Drez's Funeral and Repast. They're doing a dedication on Friday at the old MJQ. Proceeds will be going to his family. So if you can't make it to
Nice.
the funeral or the repast, that's going on Friday night at the old MJQ, One Underground. Like I said, yeah, Saturday, Georgia Spartans reunion and celebration. That's 47 at Exchange Park. And then that night, TikTok creators meet up. If you would like more information about that, I'm about to post that flyer. I'll do that tonight so y'all can see information how to get involved and be there for that. So that's what I got. Another wonderful, beautiful time in Atlanta this weekend. We are fully outside. The summer is fully here.
Cooking us.
Yeah, man. The summer's like, y'all been talking crazy about me the last few weeks.
See Satan driving a Caprice this morning.
Hold up. I got something for you.
Just gave me the head down like,
Yeah, that's what it is.
you like this?
That's
No.
what it is. This is not what you wanted.
I tell you what, I love the summer for all the outside events and everything else. But boy,
Man,
Hades.
it is here now. It is here now.
hotter
So,
than Hades
so
out
I'm not complaining. I'm happy to see it. Once again, appreciate everybody tuning in, YouTube people. We'll have this audio and video Thursday morning.
Hey.
So yeah, if you're wondering, this is on Tuesday. Yeah, we'll be posting and uploading, and hopefully Jimmy will stay away from all podcasts and media
no.
at least for a little
Hey,
while.
Jimmy, run it up, boss.
No, man, you ain't got to tell him. You ain't got to tell him.
Oh, he
man.
know.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Network King and the entire team, man. We got more things on the way.
Shout out to Animal House.
Thank you very
Can't
much.
forget
Shout out
it.
to Animal House Music Group. As always, if you're not following them, make sure you should be doing that.
Champagne James.
Champagne James in the building as always,
Now
man.
he got an event coming up. We're
Oh,
gonna say
man.
that. We're gonna say that from
Yeah,
there.
we
We're
gonna
gonna
say that. Yeah, because I don't know if we should be announcing.
Nah.
Get me in trouble.
I'm going.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We'll let y'all know who it was.
on 3.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. So be it. On the outro.
Fucking with P, get something to meet you. Your soul don't like your body, we help you free it.
55 minutes.
Then we wait for TMZ to leak it. It ain't no secret, so be it, so be it.